Here we have the new 2021 Honda Civic Sport. And this one comes in crystal black on black cloth interior. And the powertrain is going to consist of a 2-liter naturally aspirated VTEC engine made into a CVT. So as we get around to the front here, you can see we have your headlights, fog lights, as well as your LED daytime running lights. And then down here we have 18-inch aluminum wheels. And we have passive keyless entry. And there are the controls for your power door locks, windows, mirrors, and then your trunk. And you also have an 8-speaker sound system as well. And there's your driver's seat. So not bad leg room for this to be a small car here. I'm 6'3" and I'm able to sit in the seat in front of me, and if I need to, I can sit back here as well, and my knees are barely touching the back of the seat. So really good job by Civic there. And there's a view of the front from back here. Let's check out the trunk space next. So there's that, pretty good size there. And there's your passenger seat there. Let's check out what's under the hood. And there's that 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder there. And I hop in here. So you have a nice leather wrap steering wheel here. So getting into the radio here, you have AM, FM, along with Bluetooth audio, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. There's your backup camera there. You can toggle your brightness by hitting that button here. And then down here you have single zone automatic climate control. And here's your shifter here. You just press on this button back here, reverse, neutral, drive, and you put it in the sport mode, and then you can use the paddles if you want to, and it'll rev a little higher there. Then you also have your econ mode, your electronic parking brake, your brake hold, and then you have cup holders here, and then additional storage here. And you can actually remove this if you want to for more space, and it goes all the way through. There's a view of the rear seat from up here. And there's your glove compartment. And over here, we have the controls for your gauge cluster. You can go through your radio stations here, which band you want. And then once you find that band, you use the left and right arrows to actually go through the stations. And then you have your volume control here. And then if you want to pull this up, you just hit this for your gauge cluster. And you can go through your different views there. But then you have your Bluetooth controls on the left side of the steering wheel at the bottom. And then on the right side of the steering wheel, you have your cruise control, which you can set, your lane centering, as well as your gap adjust for the adaptive cruise. And there's your push button start. And finally, there's your key fob with remote start. So next, of course, it's time to take this 2021 Honda Civic Sport out on the road for a quick test drive. So I really like the overall drive of the Civic. Even though you have a CVT and a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, it gets around town pretty nicely. And I really like the Sport because even the seats, everything about this, it really is a sporty car. It's a Honda Civic, but it is sporty. And you don't just get it from the looks. And even when I shift into sport mode, you can feel the higher rev points. And then if you want to, you can use the paddle shifters either in drive or in sport mode. And I like how, like in a lot of cars, the CVT, I don't think is meant to be shifted manually, but in this Civic, it's really rather fun. And the shift points are actually pretty accurate. Yeah, it's rather quick. Once you have the economy mode off and the sport mode on with the paddle shifters, it'll go. Now, of course, you don't get the turbo boost that you get from the 1.5 liter turbo or something like that, but I mean, this is really good enough for what most people are gonna need. And I actually like the sound of the car itself. It's not too whiny or anything like that. It's just right. Yeah, I just really like these paddle shifters, I really do. But I'm gonna put it back in the drive, put the Econ on, And then we're gonna put the adaptive cruise with the lane centering on. And we're getting really good highway mileage. And it is kind of windy today, but it's doing a pretty good job. It's still keeping me centered in the lines. And I really like the brake feel too. It doesn't feel like a small car. It just feels really strong, like something in a large sedan. Really sturdy, no hiccups. But this is going to bring me to an end of my review of the 2021 Honda Civic Sport.